Hello everyone, I would like to say thank you for joining in my video presentation. It was a pleasure to speak in front of you all. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Tiara Martin from the Faculty of Language and Art, majoring in English Literature. Okay, so in this presentation we are going to talk about Maslow hierarchy of needs for disadvantaged group. And I took up the topic of disabled people. But here, I will focus on people with physical disabilities. It is amputation disabilities. The disabled people. Okay, first, I will ask to you all, what do you think about the disabled people? Do you think they are special? Or maybe you think they are inconvenient or annoying? Maybe some of you think they are special. Maybe you even think they are annoying. I don't know what's on your mind about the disabled people. But for me, people with disabilities are special people. They are extraordinary and deserve to be appreciated. Vika Kana said, disability is the inability to see ability. This quote should wake us up to be more appreciative of people with disabilities and be grateful to our normal lives. We have no reason to not be grateful. We have a normal body, complete lives. We have normal hearing, vision, and of course we have a healthy life. So please stop feeling ungrateful. Barack Obama once said, people with disabilities deserve the opportunity to build their own lives in the communities they choose to live in. Yes, it means that people with disabilities deserve to be appreciated, deserve to have a decent life like normal people, such as school, facilities to live, and so on. And okay, we are going to start our discussion about Maslow hierarchy of needs in groups of people with disabilities. There are 5 levels of Maslow hierarchy of needs. The first one is psychological needs or basic needs that we need to stay alive. And the second is need for safety or safety needs like physical needs, mental stability, dependence, and all kinds of safety needs. The third is our social needs or the need to feel affection and the sense of belonging and love. And the fourth is the need for esteem or the need to be appreciated, such as the desire to respect people, family, attention, and others. And the fifth or the last and the most big in the need for self-actualization, or the need that is used to be prove and show oneself to others. In this need usually will develop oneself as much as possible with all the potential process to be the best by his abilities. And okay, so we will directly discuss the first psychological needs. According to kimhan.go.id, people with disabilities cannot carry out activities at the normal level of human activity to meet psychological needs. As a result of damage to the part or all of the certain body parts, causing a person to be powerless to carry out normal human activities such as bathing, eating, drinking, climbing stairs, or going to the toilet alone without the help of others. For example, for people with disabilities who do not have hands because of amputation, just to get food or drink, they have to ask someone for help to get it. And another example, because of their limitation in doing various things, making them unable to work and earn money to meet their psychological needs, their movements are very limited. They can do many things like normal people. This makes them very dependent on others because of their shortcomings. So how will they find their psychological needs without the help of others? And continue for the second, it is safety nets. It's almost similar to my experience in psychological needs, that because of their lack, people with disabilities are very dependent on other people, especially in terms of security. They are very unsafe if left alone. They also cannot travel alone. It is very dangerous for them. Many bad things they may experience while traveling alone, such as they can fall, they can crash, and they can also be disturbed by people. It is very dangerous for them. The law on persons with disabilities explains that discrimination is any distinction, exclusion, restriction, harassment, or exclusion based on disability that has the intention or the impact of limiting or nullifying the recognition, enjoyment, or exercise that of the rights of persons with disabilities. This discrimination can occur if persons with disabilities do not receive their protection rights. If this discrimination occurs, it will result in persons with disabilities and not being able to achieve their security needs, and will be very dangerous for them. And the third is social needs. Yes, as we know that people with disabilities are not perfect. They have physical need flaws that make them feel unworthy, but disabled people need love. They need to feel love. According to SPAPABK, they can have close emotion, feel the presence of warmth, love, and affection. They desperately need to feel love and to be loved, to belong and to belonging, like family, partners, and friends. However, Liputan6.com explains that feelings of insecurity and other people's views are part of the story of the many reasons for people with physical disabilities not to open up. This is the main factor that disabled people find it difficult to fulfill their social needs. They feel inferior and unworthy of their existence. And the fourth is esteem needs. Even though persons with disabilities have physical disabilities, they cannot walk with their feet, they cannot touch things with their hands, they have to rely on assistive device and even depend on others, but they still need to be respected. Being a person who is born with a disability is not their choice. It's a gift from God to make their life a strong person, to be a strong person. Fully appreciate is the hope of every disabled people. They have the talents and abilities that are no less great than normal human in general. But many people view the disabled people not from their abilities, but from the view that disabled people are a pity. Most of those who are raised from disabilities are not their abilities, not how cool they are at work, but from the sad and sad side, said Putri in the connecting webinar. The disabled people must receive their esteem needs sincerely because of their abilities and greatness, not because of their sad side. And the last of the five is self-actualization. Because of their shortcomings, such as incomplete limbs and limited abilities, people with disabilities have no room to showcase their talents. Not a few people with disabilities have talent, creativity, and potential that they can develop. According to emprints.umc.ac.id, each individual will try to actualize himself with everything he has. Self-actualization is a means of pouring oneself in the capacity of individuals as human beings who demand the realization of potential and talents following their respective abilities, interests, and fields. According to Maslow, a person will achieve their self-actualization when he has fulfilled more basic needs, namely basic needs like clothing, foods, shelter and security, and psychological needs, feeling love and proud of personal achievement. So, disabled people who have not been able to fulfill the 4-level hierarchy of need will not be able to fulfill their self-actualization needs. And okay, that was my discussion about Maslow hierarchy of needs for the disabled people. And from the sum of things I discussed, I can conclude that people with disabilities are special human beings, deserve to be respected, and must get 5 needs from Maslow hierarchy. People with disabilities feel a lot of injustice because of their shortcomings. It is difficult for them to accept themselves, and the injustice makes it even more difficult for them, as we as normal human beings must play a role in helping people with disabilities to fulfill their hierarchy needs. That's why he will get a decent life like a normal human, and they will get recognition, awards, and so on. So don't be silent. Respect them and support them to be more enthusiastic. And okay, that's my explanation of Maslow hierarchy of needs for people with disabilities. I hope you all can understand. And that's all from me. Thanks for listening from beginning to end. I hope this presentation can change our view of disabled people. So thank you guys. Bye bye.